One bringing you guys yet another YouTube video. Today we're doing a different kind of video. This is the first episode of the podcast, and I'm here today with my co-host Levy 30. We're going to be talking about various topics in the gaming industry and much more. So the first one is spamming like terrible videos. So basically, people that have YouTube channel and they just fill your subscription box with just like a lot of thoughtless content every day or multiple times a day. So, who wants to take the floor first? Me or you?
I guess you can take the floor first.
Okay. So like my thoughts on just like spamming videos, that seems to be a thing. I feel like that goes on within like the YouTube community a lot. Is like, especially in the beginning, I think a lot of people just kind of, you don't know what you want to do. You don't know necessarily what you want to, like, your audience, so you just put out a lot of crap videos, which is also has to do with you being able to like, what you call it, like learn what best fits your channel. But at the same time, it can also be bad because the way YouTube's like algorithm is like they reward people like Let's Players, they reward channels that put out more content. But channels that maybe only put out like 2 or 3 videos a week, they won't get as much promotion because they don't put out as many videos a week. And then channels, like that do walkthroughs and do Let's Plays, not coming at Let's Plays, but just in general, their videos are longer, so there's more ads. Their retention rate is longer. Even though let's say it's a 30-minute video, and let's say you watch it for 10 or 15 minutes, their retention rate is still longer versus if my video is only 7 minutes and you only watch it for 2 minutes. So then those videos get put up on like the recommended and yada yada yada. So it's just like a thing in general, like this whole like video a day thing. You have to spam. So that's just like my thoughts on it.
Well, I feel that it's a lot of spamming in the inboxes and stuff, and people constantly keep sending stuff and over. I got one. Okay, the tendency rate span of people watching videos, I feel that it should be under 20 minutes per video, basically. People, if your video's over like 4 minutes, 40 minutes, I think you're just like trying to get like more money or more ad revenue. You should just cut down on your videos and just like keep it generic. Get straight to the point.
I hear you. Go ahead.
Get straight to the point. Get straight to the topic, and just that's it.
The next one is why do you think it's so hard for females, especially, to grow within the gaming community? Did you want to go first this time? You want me to go first again?
I feel like it's hard playing games. Basically, a cam girl can get away with just about anything. And then let's say you have a girl who's not trying to show her off her boobs or anything, and not trying to do like the most, and it's actually decent at the game, but then they just end up getting no views, no attention, because the way other females betray them. Basically, I feel like females should not be looked at as cam females. They should be looked at as people who can play games just as well as guys can play.
Right, yeah. I mean, like, especially, like, I've experienced that a lot, obviously, like, with me being on Twitch for, like, 2 years. I did that for, like, basically 2 years strong, 2 years long, and, I had a lot of times, people would come in, probably more so guys, because Twitch is, like, the statistics show that Twitch is 90% male and females, it's 10%. So a lot of times you have guys who are like, oh, hey, let me see your boobs, all that type of stuff. And it kind of, like, the girls that, like you said, that go on Twitch or go on YouTube, whatever streaming website, and they just show their boobs for views, it makes it harder for girls like me. So it ends up, I think it makes, for girls like me that just genuinely want to play the game, that are not into that, it kind of like, what you call it, kills your motivation to want to do it, because you feel like, well, dang, if I can't beat them, I have to join them. But at the same time, I'm not joining them. Like, that's not me. I have like my pride, so I'm not gonna like show my body for views. And plus, now on Twitch, it's like people get banned for that stuff anyway. And then also at the same time, like, it's weird because it's like, okay, I can't just be, a regular girl that just likes to, play video games, people look at you, they call you like dyke, they call you gay. Like, why is it that if I don't want to show my body parts on stream, that makes me gay? That makes not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm saying, why is that like the assumption by so many guys? I don't know. I've had people. I remember when I first started streaming, there was this one guy that like they harass females. Like, I wouldn't say harassment, like the guy was like coming at my house, but I mean he was like constantly making multiple accounts, constantly following me. Like in a sense of like harassment. But I feel like you don't see that. You see that somewhat like with swatting and stuff for men, but I feel like it's still a lot more for females. Like, we're looked at as basically sex toys as a joke. So I think that's why it's so hard, and a lot of us have been like just labeled that way. So it kind of sucks. And so now it's just like it's whatever though. I just feel like you just gotta keep doing you. So that's basically how I feel on it.
It's not whatever.
It's not whatever, but there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to keep doing you and keep progressing.
No, you can be that one who changes the world.
Well, I mean, yeah, you be the one who changes the world, but I'm saying at the same time, you can't worry about the haters. You can't worry about all those other people. You just got to keep doing you, basically what I'm saying.
Haters are your motivators?
Not really, to be honest.
No, I don't know.
People always say that haters are your motivators. I don't really feel like haters are my motivators. I just feel like haters are just people I want to prove wrong. So I guess maybe you say it's motivation. I don't look at it as motivation, but I just say, like, when I make it big, you watch. Like, it's more like, I think it's more like that than motivation. So, the next. Okay, so for the next one is games for this year. So games for 2016. Did you feel like a lot of the games were like a flop, or they were good, or?
Some of them were good. Some of them were just straight ass. No Man's Sky. They know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about.
I feel like a lot of the games this year were just bad. I didn't really feel like there was any game that, like, I mean, there probably was a couple games, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of the games that I purchased or, like, we purchased, I feel like, besides maybe your Final Fantasy, but for the most part, like, Mafia 3, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, to be honest with you, even Call of Duty, the remastered, like, that's just my opinion. A lot of the games that were, like, so hyped and so amped, I feel like they didn't live up to the expectation. Like, Mafia 3, it's pretty boring. It's like, rinse and repeat. You do the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Xenoverse 2 was basically just like the first one. They just slapped it down, put a 2 after, and they just added like more trainers, so more people you could talk to, more characters that you could train with to learn more moves. I feel like it was a content filler. Basically allowed for you to like something like to say, oh, I had more extra stuff to do. And then Call of Duty, I think it was a hype for a while, but that game is just going downhill. So I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, there's obviously other games that came out this year. Obviously, I know, but those are just kind of some of the games that I just kind of felt like that I was really anticipating for that just didn't live up to the hype at all.
But there were some games that were actually decent.
Pretty good. Like Overwatch, like
that lived up to its reputation.
I mean, for the most part, yeah, that game went up to its reputation. I think for the most part, in terms of like, it was hyped before the beta came out. The beta was hyped, and then the game was hyped, and then now it's actually getting bigger.
But what you call it? Some game, I don't know. Some games just like they just needed to like, I don't know. I feel like games were rushed this year too much.
I feel like that's what's going on. Oh yeah, we just basically passed this one. Destiny: Rise of Iron, like that game.
Transaction.
Yeah, microtransactions to the max. Like I'm so over Destiny. Like, I'm tired of paying all this money for this game to basically get, like I said, you get like a drop of something that's new, but you're basically playing the same exact thing over and over and I don't know. That's just me. Like, I didn't feel like it was not much that was really new about that, except like people said for the raids. That was really it.
Yeah, the raid was decent, but I'm telling you, them microtransactions just they killed the fuck out of that game.
Let's move on to our fourth topic, which is problems with the smaller YouTube community. I think I might have to take this one. I'm sorry, because like I see it so much. But yeah, basically, for those of you who don't know, obviously, I'm a smaller YouTuber, so, I know a lot about what goes on. And a lot of the biggest problem with the smaller YouTube community is a lot of people make a YouTube channel, Maybe they go on Twitter, they see some other people on Twitter. They're like, hey, I'm a smaller YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. And they all want to do sub for sub. So if you don't know what sub for sub is, basically it's like you subscribe to that person's channel and they subscribe to your channel. The problem with that is when you do that, neither one of you are going to check out each other's videos. So you're not going to go watch them. And if you do watch them, you're only going to watch them for a second and then like it and then say nice video and then move on. So one, you're not getting good retention rate. You're not getting good watch time. You're getting false criticism. So like those people are not there saying like, you need to do this or you need to improve on this. They're just kind of giving you like fluff. So at the same time, you're never really gonna like, I feel like, progress either in your like channel. You have a lot of people in this smaller YouTube community that take other people's ideas. A lot of them are not necessarily original. You have a lot of people that, I don't know, it's like they like to buy subs. They like to, like, I don't know, just, it's unoriginal. Like a lot of people, they don't know what they're doing. They get on YouTube because they think it's all about money. And then when they get on there and actually start having to make videos, they're like, oh, I have to do this. I have to do all this. And so they're not as creative or as original as I think they initially thought they were. And they don't realize how much time and effort it takes into making videos, into recording. And you can tell when you watch people's videos who puts in a decent amount of time or at least thought into their videos versus someone else who just maybe just slaps out a video out of nowhere. So that's the problem,
All I have to say is you just stay original. Stay original. Just think of your own ideas and just stay original. Because I feel like in the small YouTube community, people need to work more together instead of just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna look at your channel," and no one actually really does look at your channel.
They don't, and that's what makes it so hard for people to grow.
Well, some people do. There are some people.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that it is. There are, but like a lot don't. I guess like it's more that don't than do. I guess
Yeah, there's more that don't, but like, yeah, I know what you mean, but I'm just saying like the YouTube community needs to come together and like try to figure out why can't we like make it like bigger, like we can like support each other more instead of you saying I'm going to support somebody and you really just don't, you just lie just because you just want them to come check out your videos, which is everybody does it, but it's like we should be better than this. We should do better. It just brings down the other YouTuber who's like trying to put in this hard work and
time. I don't know. It's just, like I said, a lot of it has to do with money. I just think a lot of people, they just get on, they think it's about, they're going to make this money. So, and that's the reason, that's another reason why, like you said, like we all need, not all of us, obviously, they're not on YouTube, but people are on YouTube, they need to come together and help one another, because that's the problem. That's why you see so many bigger YouTubers, like people ask them, oh, how come you don't give this person a shout out? Or how come you don't help out small YouTubers? Because a lot of them had to do it on their own. Like a lot of them didn't have any type of, like promotion. They didn't get, like me, like I've been on YouTube for almost a year, and although like don't get me wrong, I appreciate the fan army. I have like a decent amount of followers, decent amount of people that watch my videos, but like I didn't really get a lot of like help. Like I mean, I've been in group chats, but quite a few of them are kind of dead, and I didn't, I'm not like part of some company that like promotes me to numerous other websites, like, hey, check out Bofino's channel, blah blah blah, this ad supports Bofino. Like, no, I don't have that. To have done that on my own, I think you kind of get in that mentality like I don't need other people's help. And not to say like people didn't help like obviously your subscribers, your viewers help you, but like when you make it to the top, you feel like, why should I necessarily like help people like that when I feel like when I needed help, no one was there. And that's not to say that there's not that kid or that person out there that genuinely like needs the help and wants the help, but it's just you get that like feeling of like, well, dang, I had to do everything on my own. I didn't have no support. I mean, you may have support from your friends or family, but I'm talking about nobody in like your community. So you basically have to bust your butt off, just to sometimes even get a subscriber, just to get one view, just to and that's why all this stuff with clickbaiting has came up and blah blah blah. I mean, that's another video, but our last topic that we're going to talk about is do you believe GameStop is like ripping you off as a whole, like in terms of their trade-in stuff and just like how their system works as a whole? Do you believe they rip people off?
I'm ripping GameStop off. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. Them trading offers, boys. I'm taking advantage of them mugs. GameStop ain't ripping me off. I,
I
I'm
feel you.
ripping
I feel you on
Game.
that one though. To be honest, like, I'm like I remember that meme you showed me where you traded in like what was it, 20 games, only got $4 for them. You was like, no, I ain't helping GameStop out. That meme with Kermit the Frog or
Oh
Hermit the Frog,
yeah,
whatever his name is.
Hermit the Frog. When you
Yeah,
when you when you trade in 20 games, GameStop only gives you $4 for them. Shit, that ain't me.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like GameStop do people dirty. Like I feel like you go in there, you buy a game that's $60. As soon as you leave the store, the game is not even worth probably half when trading. That's not cash. We're talking about in store value. The game is not even worth that much. To be honest with you, GameStop is only really beneficial when like Christmas time. They get like what is like extra 50% for trading, like you get double what like or half more for trade, like that type of stuff. They're not really worth your, I feel like, your time to just go unless they have like deals, because a lot of time like for us, like we're on PlayStation has deals every week. Their deals are usually better than the deals that GameStop have, and that's partially because you're paying for like the in-store price too. So like you're paying for it to be at the store right then and there, but at the same time it's like I can buy it online right then and there.
Because Sony's trying to get rid of them. The internet is trying to get rid of GameStop because they
Oh,
feel
really?
that
They
game.
said that?
Yeah, that's their plan. They've been trying to get rid of GameStop. They don't all games. They feel like they should be digital because the consumers pay a portion of their money to get it on a CD to get for GameStop. So like if you're a game developer, you pay money for GameStop to put your games in their store.
Right, right.
So that's why everyone's trying to go digital.
They like I well that well yeah that goes back to the point what I was saying, like how you pay for it to be in store. That's why even sometimes the new games online are not necessarily the same price as they are in the store. But at the same time, to me, that's BS because I feel like that's just a way for the developers to keep more of their money. Because like sometimes you'll see games, and a lot of times you'll see games on the PlayStation Store that are $60, and then you'll see the same price in GameStop, $60. So that's just a way for them to keep that in-store fee. You know what I mean? Because like if they
Actually, no, actually, GameStop takes a percentage of it. So they sell the game. They take a percentage. If you buy it on PlayStation or any Xbox or PC or anything, GameStop doesn't take a percentage. They get the full revenue. That's what game developers are doing now. They're not trying to like because back in the day, developers really didn't get paid like shit for games. Like they'd make a good game, it had to be like a booming game for them to actually like get money off of it. Like Halo, all of them, it had to be like booming for them to get like that big bucks. Because now it's hard.
I guess it's still a lot of money for games in general. Games shouldn't be worth $60, in my opinion. Especially some of these big franchises that make like millions of dollars, like just like because of their name. But it is what it is. So yeah, guys, that's kind of the end of the first podcast. We'll be doing more of these hopefully in the future. If you enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also don't forget to check out Levy 30's Twitter. All his stuff will be down below, and his Twitch down below in the description box. Let me know what you guys think down below, also in the comment section of the podcast. Did you guys find it enjoyable? Did you like it? Would you like to see more of this? And all that good stuff. So hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace, Fan Army.